Men are more likely to cheat when their wife is pregnant. This is a very upsetting statistic, and one psychologist estimates that about 10% of men will have an affair while their wife is pregnant. So I know that we're tempted to demonize these men and say, oh my gosh, men are dogs and they just can't control themselves. Their poor wife is trying to grow a baby and how could they possibly do this? Yes, you're right to be outraged. This is scandalous, scandalous behavior. It's upsetting behavior, and it's really confusing and emotionally hurtful behavior. But if we want to try to prevent people from having affairs, we have to try to understand them, and we have to approach them with a little bit of compassion. I can already hear you saying they don't deserve compassion. I can understand why you feel that way. But really, we all deserve compassion. So let's resist the narrative that people who cheat are terrible, horrible monsters, and instead try to get into their heads and think about why they're doing this behavior so that we can help prevent it. Okay, so why are affairs more likely to happen when somebody is pregnant? Okay. The first reason might be that the husband or partner is nervous about the life changes that are going to happen once the baby is born, right? That, you guys won't be able to go out as often, money will be stretched thin, maybe there will be less fun, there will be more responsibility, and he is using the affair to cope. And no, when I say anything about any gender, it could really be true for the other gender as well, right? There are plenty of same-sex couples where one person is pregnant and the other person is choosing, or there's a surrogate even maybe, and one person chooses to cope with their feelings by having an affair. Okay. The second reason is probably that his partner may not feel like being intimate, right? Because if someone is pregnant, usually during the first trimester, they don't feel great. And then during the third trimester, they're so heavily pregnant, they, worry about hurting the baby or doing something else. So, the partner may think, I don't want to bother my wife, right? She doesn't feel like being intimate because she's 8 months pregnant. So what I'll do is just, I'll just go hook up with that person down at the bar and my wife will never know and it'll be fine. This is flawed thinking. So that may be where they're coming from. And then the third reason is that maybe they're worried that this new life will cause some replacement, that they will somehow be replaced in value in the wife's life in the future, and they fear abandonment.